Hey YouTube, Doug Wallman. Today I'm here to do an unboxing of the Black Lion Revolution 2x2. It's an audio interface, well known, I guess, for its sound over specs. So it's going to sound better than it looks on paper. How about that? I've been curious about this interface for a while, and I finally got it in my possession, and we are ready to unbox it. Coming up next. I kind of believe the hype a little bit. Is that bad? Sort of do. All right, here we are, the moment of truth. Let's get to unboxing. You can't see that. No. There's nothing there to see, really. But yeah, right. That's going to be an awesome product, no doubt. Revolution 2x2. Well, should I flip it around? There we go. And nothing else really in the box. Cool. Box off to the side. Now this was advertised as used like new. I got it off of Amazon. So I'm just looking at this box. There's a little seal there. That looks to be about it. I don't think we're going to try to peel that up. We'll just carefully do this number like so. Probably not going to use the software since I already have Logic Pro. So this is the Black Lion Revolution 2x2. It's a audio interface. The truly high-end portable recording interface, it says. Any other things on here to note? A bunch of stuff. The best sound you've heard. They got some clocking technology. Finest A, audio to digital, digital to analog technology. New PGI technology based off of Black Lion's Audio's experience in engineering their best of class power conditioners and sampling rates up to 192K at 24-bit. All right. Whoa. They weren't kidding. That has some weight and durability to it. So maybe we'll do a little sexier shot coming up. Anyway, we've got monitor out, right and left, SPDIF. I don't think I'll use that as much. And the USB-C, I believe. And you got 2 channels up front. 48 volt phantom power, I will need that sometimes. And I guess there's an instrument selection. I've never used one of those. And there's your input versus your playback, which I think is kind of like direct versus software, similar to that, I think. And mono versus stereo, I think. And your headphone volume. And your headphone jack. And there's a level here for your output. And I did hear another review. Unfortunately, it does not correspond to your inputs. Just the outputs. So, yeah. I don't know. Well, look here. It does come with some braided USB-C cables. I kind of need that. It was coming. I was hoping it would. Looks like they provided 2 of those. One is USB-C to USB-C, and one's USB-C to the normal USB. That's kind of a nice touch. You know what else? You know what that is? Trying to keep things fresh. And a brief, would you call this an owner's manual? Well, it's a quick start guide. Software registration code. You weren't supposed to see that. Okay. Now we'll get on to the sexy shots. All right, so I trust you got a good look at the Black Lion Revolution 2x2. What did you think? So right now I am using my ART voice channel, so that is probably not the most base level place or comparable level. I mean, that's a pretty good preamp. It's kind of sort of an audio interface, just in the fact that it does have a USB out that connects, and it recognizes it sort of like one in my DAW. It's one channel, but that's what I'm using right now. So how do you think this sounds? We will kind of use it as a comparison briefly. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. And what other things should a guy say when he's performing a mic check? I used to have some notes on that, but we won't revert to that. So we'll stick with things that sound nice and that matter in this lovely scheme of things. Testing 1, 2, 3. All right, so next, I think we will actually start with the more bass. Well, I'm not going to insult the Focusrite Scarlett, because actually that is pretty good. But what I do have is the 4i4. Let me double check. Yes, the Scarlett 4i4. So that's from Focusrite. We will connect that next, and you'll have a little bit of comparison. We'll get on to some better things to check it for. Probably like one thing, but all right. All right, so now you're listening to the Scarlett 4i4, the Focusrite. Pretty good audio interface. I haven't really had any problems with it. I thought the utility for it, what do you call it? I don't have it up right now. But the thing you use to control it on your computer, the software, was maybe a little bit confusing. But honestly, now that I think about it, it's called Focusrite Control. It's not too bad. I do like some of the manual controls in front of my other audio interfaces, but I just have to learn how to use stuff. And it never has been intuitive for me as far as the Focusrite control, but I can always figure it out. Testing. 1, 2, 3. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. I'm sorry I keep using the same. Is it called idiom? I don't know. But we at least, no matter what I say, you have an idea what this sounds like. I will try one more audio interface. I'm not going to go totally exhaustive because, I mean, I don't really have a lot more audio interfaces. I do have other preamps, but let us try for the Behringer. Let me take a look at what this is called. I have it sitting over there, the box for it. The U-Phoria UMC 404 HD. We'll see what that sounds like next. But yeah, I think the Focusrite sounds pretty good. Like most of the time, I honestly just go straight to the camera. I could maybe do a little bit of that straight to the camera using the LM2C camera mic adapter. Yeah, I think that audio there is impacted by Logic Pro. I probably didn't have it routed quite correctly for actually recording it, but that does give you some idea. Okay, thanks. Probably seen it, or you will later on in the video. But I've been trying to record, for at least for this video, onto Logic Pro, so I have a little more fidelity. I'm not even sure what bit depth I'm recording at. I think it's one of the better ones, either 24 or 32, I think. But when I record to my camera, then it's 16-bit. So, any hoosers, let's get on to the Behringer U-Phoria. I think it's like 404 HD, but there's a couple initials in front of that. UMC 404 HD. Okay, that coming up next. All right, so this is what it sounds like through the Behringer U-Phoria UMC 404 HD interface, audio interface. I try to remember every little nuance. This is how it sounds. Test 1, 2, 3, and once again, I am recording on the my choice of DAW, which is Logic Pro. I'm also recording on my camera, but I don't think we'll bother showing what that sounds like. It's gonna roughly be the same, or we could. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. So this is the Behringer audio interface. I think it sounds really good, actually. I don't know if it's cleaner. I don't know. I'm not really that big of an audiophile, but I sure pretend like it, don't I? I like to hear different preamps, different audio interfaces. I kind of enjoy the thought that I'm like that. And by the way, I think I get lost in my videos. At what point did I mention what mic I am using? I am using the Octava MK012, just in case you were wondering. And I do believe it is the hypercardioid capsule that I have on here. So in case you were wondering, testing. I have to be really careful with plosives on this right now, especially for some reason. Probably because I'm not using the little pop filter that's better than this foam filter. But anyway, that's what this sounds like. So next, let's get on to why everyone is here, right? We are here to listen not to these audio interfaces, right, and how they color the sound possibly, but we want to listen to what am I? Okay, so it's the Black Lion. I kept having the word Black Magic in my head. It's like, no, it's not Black Magic. It's the Black Lion Revolution 2x2 coming up next. Actually, first we're going to try to show the first moments that I'm attempting to set this thing up. So enjoy that first. So I have several things going on. My camera's audio, my MacBook's audio, and my iPhone's audio. Because right now we're kind of in limbo till I get this thing plugged in. Make sure I do audio sync. All right, so right now I'm using all manner of audio. My camera's internal. Well, no, not really. I think mainly I just have my iPhone audio and also my MacBook's audio. Let's see how we can do this. Let me plug in the microphone cable that would go to my camera, so when it is plugged in, it'll start recording. So you'll see on my screen here that it's asking me, do you want to use the audio device Revolution 2x2? I'm going to say use, yay. So now we're going to plug it in. So we're going to unplug it from here. I'm going to plug it in here. There we go. Moment of truth. I know it's going to need 48 volt phantom, so we'll go ahead and turn that on. I don't know if I need to select something. Test. Okay, I better put on my headphones, whatever I did with those. All right, I can hear it for the first time, but it's going only through my left. Interesting. Input channel 1. So I can hit the mono button. Test. Now it is going in as mono. So that's a nice touch. It sounds pretty good. Pretty nice. All right, now you're listening to the Black Lion Revolution 2x2 audio interface. All right, so if I wouldn't have this mono button on, that's what it would sound like. So you didn't hear that reflected because of how I have things set up, but it would sound something like this, and then this, test 1, 2, 3. All right. And I think right now I actually have a mix between software and hardware. Let's pan it over this way versus this way. All right, so I may actually have to adjust. I should have probably done that first. All right, test 1, 2, test 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, you've seen my last presentation where I was trying to set it up in real time, and that sort of didn't work out as far as you hearing the changes in audio when I finally got it set up. I always liked that moment to reflect in my video, but unfortunately it did not. But that was some of the first moments there, me turning that on, just that the audio didn't capture it, the change from the iPhone, MacBook audio. I think there was a little of my camera in there too. I had all kinds of stuff going on, and then I think I forgot to plug in the output from the Black Lion into I did some stuff wrong anyway, because I still sync the audio. Even though I could just sync the audio from my camera mic, I still like to get it from the mic camera or the mic adapter thing. And I'm kind of weird, I guess. Plus I don't think, I was not recording on Logic Pro neither. So this, what you're hearing should be right off of Logic Pro. It's 24-bit. I mean, briefly, since I am recording on the camera using the camera mic adapter, which I can't really pull and show you because it's kind of tethered. But we'll show you that now. This is what that audio sounds like. I'll count down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that's that audio. And it could be impacted a little different than I think. I'm not sure. I've noticed recently when I've been using my camera mic adapter, because of all the changes I've been doing, it might not meet my expectations. And it's not the mic adapter's fault, the camera mic adapters. It's Usually Logic Pro or something is impacting it because it has the arming track thing. Like, how does that sound compared to this? I don't know. I don't really know like a total like what I should about audio, but I know enough to be dangerous. So that's what that sounds like. That's what this sounds like. The Black Lion Revolution 2x2. What do you think? How do you like how it sounds as compared to the other audio interfaces? Can you tell a difference? Once again, I'm using the Octava MK012, the hypercardioid capsule. What do you think of that sound? I know I got some plosives going on here. Testing one. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. So next, I'm going to try to be playing keyboard, and I'm going to do it in such a way that you can hear what's being played through which interface, and it's only just going to be like a piano sound, like an upright piano sound through the Nord Electro 5D. I got a lot going on to get this video to work. Please forgive me. So you'll be able to hear, I did see once in one of my YouTube videos when I was demoing, I think it was one of my preamps, I think it was the Pro MPA 2. I was still, I think, using or just comparing that with the Focusrite, and someone made a comment about the Black Lion would do so much better than the Focusrite. We'll see about that. Let's see what you think. Can you tell a difference like with this mic, and will you be able to tell a difference between I'm only going to compare two interfaces, but will you be able to tell the difference between the Focusrite and the Black Lion coming up next as I'm playing the piano or as a keyboard? All right, that next. All right. What did you think of the Black Lion? I keep thinking that sounded pretty good to me. So the Black Lion Revolution 2x2. I never really did I give a live example of what happens when you don't have it in mono mode and you only have one microphone channel. Sounds like this, although this may not reflect in my recording with Logic Pro, but I'll just put it on the camera recording and then it will. Alright, so back to the recording of Logic Pro. Yeah, to me it sounded great. I don't know how to compare the two. It's kind of like the notes in coffee, I guess. I can pick up some subtle differences, I suppose, but I'd never be able to explain it. And if it really was a blind test comparison, would you be able to tell the difference? Maybe. I think there's maybe some very pleasant coloration of the tone, but it also depends on how you, should I say, gain stage, or how you have the levels set. Your recording can impact a lot of things, and your distance from the microphone. So there's all kinds of other factors that kind of go into this, but just so I don't make my video any longer, hey, thanks for listening. Honest, that was, if you made it this far, even if you skipped ahead to the end, that was awesome. And if you listened to all of it, that's really saying something. Thank you so much, and please do remember to like, comment, make a comment if you felt there was maybe the need for some reflection, input, or advice, or whatever, just something you noticed in particular, maybe about how the way any of these audio interfaces sounded. Let me know, and we will see you in the next video. So thank you so much.